This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
I do want to mention we had tons of fan questions. This was a really popular topic when it came for us asking for questions. Let's do a few here. Ad-free show Slapnut Jordan wants to know, was giving Chris Masters a world title run ever a real consideration? I think a lot of people automatically saw him as a top guy just based on the physique. And I'm sure you've seen it over the years. There's that funny meme of Vince McMahon where he's taking a look at, I believe it was Trish sort of undressing herself, and his eyes bug out of his head and then he flips over. But when Chris was posing and he hits the different poses, they would show Vince's reaction like that. Like he was so impressed with his physique. I think that's a natural thing. Like I could see Vince giving the big speech. God damn, I could see you at WrestleMania on the poster, that sort of thing. Right.
I think that anytime you look at a talent, you have to view the potential of what they could be. And in looking at Chris, I could tell you from my vantage point that I would look at the potential of him being a WWE champion. So yeah.
Ad-free show's top guy Arturo wants to know, did Vince ever challenge Masters to a lifting competition? That's kind of funny because we've heard that Vince would push himself and sometimes even like, I want to wrestle Kurt Angle, and just nonsense. Did he ever try to do anything like that with Chris that you know of?
You'd kill him, Vince.
Ad-free show Slapnut David wants to know, what was Chris Masters' reaction when he was working with Shawn Michaels in a feud? Was he excited to be working with such a legend at a young age? I mean, this feels like a guy that he would have grown up, watching and sort of hero worshiping. And now he has a chance to work a match with him.
I think it was a combination of excitement, nerves, and just overall intimidation.
Here's your type of question from Ad-free show's My Push member, Chris. Whose Nelson was fuller, Warlord or Masters? It's the full Nelson. Get
God
it?
damn.
I
get it.
That's your kind of shit right there. You
full.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whose was fuller? God damn it.
Superstar belt. Ken Patera had the fullest full Nelson.
All right. So Ken Patera, number 1, Chris Masters 2, Lashley 3, Warlord 4. Or you got Lashley ahead of Masters?
I got Lashley ahead of Masters.
Yeah, of course you do.
Scary.
Ad-free show Slapnut Eddie wants to know, were any superstars or legends considered to take on the Master Lock Challenge? They either refused or didn't work out. Now that's interesting because in this same era, you're doing the Legend Killer thing. So you're bringing back some greats. That could have been entertaining.
I wanted Sergeant Slaughter to do it.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. And actually I wanted Sarge to do it and I wanted Pat to do it.
I feel strongly that saving money is important. If it's not something we worry about now, boy, we are really going to worry about it later. And I want to help you get out of debt faster and do it with cheaper monthly payments. I'm talking to you if you're in a 30-year loan. Now is the time to take years off of your loan. We're routinely helping our listeners cut 5, 10, even 15 years off their loan. And you can do this without perfect credit with no money out of pocket. You've just got to start at SaveWithConrad.com. What would Pat have said about that?
And it was only because of the Sergeant Slaughter, the Cobra Clutch challenge, and then Pat because he got out of it with Sarge.
That's fun. That's a deep cut right there, my friend.
Yeah.
Ad-free show's top guy, Denovius, shout out to him, says, in your honest opinion, was Chris Masters' downfall due to him being ahead of his time and letting his success get to his head too early in his career? I don't know that I would say that.
I'd say demons.
Yeah.
I'd say demons were probably his biggest downfall.
Ad-free show Slapnut Nick says, was the plan for Chris Masters to never have any opponent break the Master Lock for over a year and then eventually get in the title picture in 2007, or just have someone like Bobby Lashley be able to power out of it and break it? Did you have an end in mind? That's kind of interesting.
You always think you have an end in mind, but as time goes on, we'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Yeah. Ad-free shows Slapnut Heather wants to know, if Chris didn't have his demons, do you think he would have made it further in the company? That's a fair question. Okay.
Absolutely. And I think also, as we've talked about a couple times, alluded to, if he was a few years older as well.
Well, I guess the real question is, now with him just being 39, as we're listening tomorrow, what say you? Do you think he's got another run left in him? Have you seen any of his stuff recently or lately or whatever?
I really haven't, but you never say never in this business, by God.
You absolutely never do. And guess what? Next week, we're talking about a subject I thought we would never cover, the Royal Rumble 2002. We'll be talking about Triple H's return at Madison Square Garden for one of the biggest pops ever. We're probably going to play that. Then, of course, we'll cover Jericho and The Rock for the Undisputed title. Ric Flair and Vince McMahon in a ring. I can't believe that's a thing. Flair was supposed to be back just to be a character he was never going to wrestle. And now not only is he wrestling, but he's wrestling Vince McMahon. We're also talking about the brand extension, the NWO, and oh yeah, Maven eliminates The Undertaker. Oh, and Mr. Perfect returns and Goldust. Man, what a loaded show. Royal Rumble 02 from Atlanta. I was there. I can't wait to talk about this one.
I was there. That was quite interesting, and we'll have to go back and watch and see if you actually see me and the Maven Undertaker up on the concourse
when he beat him up.
I think I'm in one or two shots.
That's fun. Well, I couldn't wait to go. I actually attended that one. It was my first Royal Rumble in person.
Why didn't you come say hi?
Well, I didn't know you. You weren't talking to me yet. I was only 20 years old. So you weren't communicating with me yet.
Oh, that's when you just had was that your first or second Rolls?
I lived in an apartment. I'll have you know.
You can't have a Rolls and live in an apartment?
Well, you shouldn't. All right, boys.
I'm saying it's Huntsville we're talking about here.
Hey, what's up with the Huntsville hate? You had a great time last time.
First of all, I have no hate for Huntsville.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, my next move when I finally retire, I may retire to Huntsville.
Buddy, I about got talked Eric Bischoff and Laurie Bischoff into at least getting a spot within driving distance. I think that would be cool if me and you and Eric got to hang out on the reg.
Yeah, just, in the mountains there, and it's laid back, and I like Huntsville.
I like Huntsville too. By the way, we got some big stuff coming. The rest of this month is Royal Rumble heavy. Royal Rumble 02 on deck next week. Royal Rumble 05 in 2 weeks. Bruce, off the top of your head, what happened at Royal Rumble 05? I know you remember.
I have no idea.
It involved Vince McMahon. Come on, there's a hint.
Oh, God.
What a show that'll be.
Odds.
That will be one heck of a show. Then we'll cover 07, which we have a last man standing match with John Cena and Umaga. We got Batista working with Mr. Kennedy, Test and Bobby Lashley. Eminem versus the Hardys. And of course, WrestleMania is going to need an opponent, and we have to have a winner. And that's The Undertaker in the Royal Rumble. So that's what we're covering in 2 weeks. We'll be back in 3 weeks. I guess that's in 3 weeks. And then through the month of February, Ken Shamrock, In Your House Final 4, No Way Out 02, No Way Out 07. We got lots of fun stuff coming.
We got to throw in an Ask Me Bruce in there somewhere.
Oh, you missed that. But we do have one coming soon. It's in April, but we'll work on it. We'll get there.
We'll see.
Hey man, I'm glad you're back to life. Everybody thought
I was never dead.
Well, rumors of your demise have been greatly exaggerated. But hey, I hope
your sources.
I hope everybody watches SmackDown tonight, see what Bruce has been up to. And, I'm sure your days aren't stressful at all, right? I mean,
not at all. No, God, no.
One day,
no stress.
Long time from now, one day, will you tell us the craziness of day one? I mean, a long, long time from now, but you got this big advertised main event and you get a major curveball. It's not like you had long-term plans, right? And then all of a sudden, everything changed. This has got to be one of the most stressful times in your life, right?
Again, you can look at it as stress. You can look at it as a challenge.
Hey, that a boy.
I learned to look at things as challenges.
I love that about you. Well, that's it for me and Uncle Bruce this week. We hope you guys stay tuned to Something to Wrestle every single Friday, or at least when Bruce has a voice or hasn't busted an eardrum or doesn't have a frozen shoulder, isn't shitting his brains out in Mexico, whatever. But we're back, baby, and we're covering Royal Rumble 2002 next week. Be sure to check out SmackDown tonight. Don't dare miss Monday Night Raw. Here's a spoiler. Alabama beats Georgia. Nothing to see there. So check out Raw, and we'll see you next week right here on Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard.
I hope you listened all the way to the end of this one, Pat McAfee, damn it. Rock on.
Oh, is he tuned out early a lot of times?
Oh, he gives me shit.
Why? How?
I don't know. I enjoy his show. He enjoys our show. He gets mad if I miss one.
Well, he's been a mad motherfucker these last 3 weeks. Send him a text now. Let him know. Friday's on time, by God.
Early.
We'll see you next week on Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard.
Rock on.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.